So this is a page Eric has, or somebody has for Eric on Facebook. So this guy says, this is from the Whittaker family fan chat. So they still using the Whittaker name. Hello everyone. I have wanted to write a post on here for a few days. I am glad to have the opportunity to do so. I am not here to start a debate or anything of that nature. Yes, I am fully aware that others will have a different opinion than me, and I respect that. I have been following Eric Carroll, aka the scammer, and have his involvement with the Whittaker family for a few weeks. I truly believe that Eric was sent by God to help the family. Oh yes, sure he was. I believe there is a reason why he was put in their lives. I love watching Eric's interaction with the family, particularly Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray. Of course, that's the only ones that he can make money off of. He was so great with Timmy and did wonders with him. I can tell he has a big heart and loves helping others. I admired him for being willing to help Ray when he took him to the doctor and the bowling alley. Being a special needs person myself, I totally understand when he mentioned that there is a lot involved with caring for Ray. Also, I believe that Eric was a big part in helping to bring the abuse to light. I was saddened when I heard that Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine had been abused. There is absolutely zero excuse for that. No one should suffer abuse, especially a special needs person. I fully believe that Betty and Larry purposely allowed BJ to move back onto the property. That right there blew their chance at getting the new house. I also don't trust Patrick. I liked him at first, seeing how nicely he treated Timmy. But my mind was changed when all the stuff about Patrick started coming out. I am no longer following him. I believe he is using the family to make money. I know Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray are now in the care of the state. I am glad that they are now out of the toxic environment they lived in for many years. I don't know how everything will play out, but I pray that someday Eric will be able to see Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray again. If it is God's will, it will happen. I will close by saying thank you again to Eric for everything you did for the family. I know the outcome was not what you had hoped, but I believe there was a purpose for all of this. Sure, Eric isn't perfect, but no human being is. I am praying for Eric, Patrick, and the Whittaker family. So, alright y'all. And y'all can see there's a bunch of them. Eric is the best thing that ever happened to the family. Alright, so evidently they ain't seen how Mark took care of that family and showed proof and receipts of transaction. He gave the money all the way from California to West Virginia, sent the money. Unlike Eric and Patrick, all we see is what they did, the same thing that Mark did. Said Mark didn't take it out of the money. Mark used his own money to do these things for him. Now Mark didn't need money when he came down there, so I can see where Eric and them would be money hungry, because Eric had a failing channel, Dad's Talk, which, I mean, what do you expect the channel to do? I mean, he's the same guy that ran out on his ex-wife when she was pregnant with his daughter. Now his daughter's 8 years old, and he don't even have a picture with her, with them two together. That'll tell you right there. He's never met her, my understanding. But I think Sarah Hill is a name on Facebook that his ex is using. Now she says that ain't her real name, but she uses that, so she don't want to get out there and get exploited and everything. But she tells you exactly what Eric, how good of a dad Eric is by abandoning her and never seeing their 8-year-old daughter. So, and you see a couple other people say, y'all can read it. It's you know, it's disgusting that these people really believe this dude. But you know, all right, y'all. I want y'all to watch a video of a con artist. Perfect example of a con artist at his best. We're gonna break this down as we watch it. But y'all remember 3 weeks ago now, just before anything happened. This is right after they got BJ evicted. Okay? There have been no allegations yet of abuse at all. Just of he's mad that Betty has went and did some investigation on his actions. And he admits how he went down there himself and talked to the state and tried to get guardianship of these folks behind their back without even talking with them. So y'all tell me, y'all pro Eric and even pro Patrick, I don't care. Both of them, both to me, you know, they both into this thing together. I don't care if they beefing or not. It don't make it no better in my eyes for either one of them. They both are low down. But y'all watch this.
I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I met with the state the other day. I was meeting with the state about BJ to make sure that she was protected. This was before we got the protective order. Because we were not being gave the protective order. Adult Protection Services. And when they met me, they let me know they had been following the work. They were big fans, and that we were basically the only ones that had ever done what was supposed to be done. I was met with a...
Okay, hold on. Now he's lying. He said he met, first off, he met with a stack of papers from the state, which is, the state is not going to show him nothing. It's highly, highly private, secretive. Like, they don't show that stuff. There's no, that's a lie. Secondly, is he always says he got a stack of papers, this, that, and the third, just like Patrick's rap sheet. He didn't show nothing. He didn't show the stack. He didn't show what was on that paper. Just like receipts. He never showed receipts. He wrote some numbers down on a notebook paper. Y'all seen it. With no receipts. Who does that? Other than a liar. So now he's saying the state. He met with the state. And they going to, you know, they've been supposedly going out there for years. Well, if they've been going out there for years, why all of a sudden did they condemn the house? Why didn't they condemn it a long time ago, Eric? They just decided to condemn it? It don't work like that, Eric. It don't work like that. So, explain that one, Eric. Why did they just decide to condemn the house? Because they could have took the three out of the home without condemning the house, and Betty and them could still lived in it. But no, abuse allegations don't make them condemn a house. If they've been coming out there for years, why did they not condemn the house? Answer that one. Alright, watch this, y'all.
Back to paperwork. They asked me about doing guardianship.
Oh, hold up. First off, talking about he's the only one that's done stuff right. Unlike you, Eric, Mark later from Soft White Underbelly, he showed transactions from California to Chase Bank in West Virginia. Over $100,000 transactions went to the Whittakers. The Whittakers even admitted it. There's even you was saying we don't want to give Barry the money because, you know, somebody take it, somebody steal it because she didn't do right by it. But now you're saying that nobody else has done what they're supposed to do. Did not Mark did not do what he was supposed to do? He had a GoFundMe and the Whittaker money. Every time they asked, he would not say no, and he gave it to him. Unlike you and Patrick, all y'all did was, you know, take them to... Y'all did the same thing Mark did, except to Mark took it out of his own pocket. Y'all supposedly gave them like $1,000 or $3,000, and you know, get haircuts and stuff like that, whatever. But so how are y'all? How are you the only ones that ever did anything right? The only ones that did anything right by them. Y'all got a lot of nerve, man. When there's a proof on the internet of what Mark did. That's why y'all down here right now, because y'all seen what Mark did for the family. Y'all seen the money the family could make to make someone. And instead of giving it to the family, y'all gonna pocket it like y'all already did. But keep running your mouth. Keep digging a hole there.
I was blindsided. I understand it because right now, if something happened to Betty or Larry, Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy would be gone. However, after we got BJ evicted, and
Hold up. Something happened to Betty. The three would be gone. What about Larry? What about Kenny? Kenny riding four-wheelers up and down the road, chopping wood every day, and coming to check on his family. He's not going to just turn his back on his family. He got a stepdaughter that he takes care of. Unlike you. You got a biological daughter that's 8 years old, and guess what? You can't even show a picture of y'all together. So, yeah. So what if something happened to Betty? What about Larry? What about Kenny? Eric, answer that. Answer that, Eric. Something happened to Betty. Why Larry or Kenny couldn't take care of him? Huh? Alright, come on.
the order. One day I went down there and Betty was acting really funny. She didn't want to go with me. And once I finally got her out of the house, she told me that Larry had told her that I'm all over the internet telling people that I'm trying to get the state to come take Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy away from her. Which is, have you guys ever heard me say that I want the state to come and take them?
Hold on, no, but you just said that you went to talk to the state about guardianship in case something happened to Betty. So, you just admitted it. You just admitted, Eric, that you went down there for guardianship in case something happened to Betty. But guess what? That's what you're telling us, to cover your tracks. You went down there guardianship because you were throwing salt on Betty, talking about she can't take care of him, how the house looks. But all that wouldn't work. So that's why you brought allegations on BJ. Just like they talked her into going along with Larry died and they needed money for a funeral. Just like she said that, you got her to say that BJ hit Timmy in the head because all the pressure y'all put on that old woman. That old woman, we already know that she'll tell whatever story that will fit the hour. Period. We know that. So whoever thinks different and says, oh, well, Betty said that. Betty says a lot of things that ain't true. A lot of things. That is all that y'all are going off of with BJ. I'm not taking off of BJ. She's a drug addict. She admitted it. But never have anybody ever said or allegation of her abusing anyone. And the only thing you have is Betty, somebody you coerced to say that said a million other things that ain't true that we have documented. Now, if Betty had never lied, it'd be different. But you yourself know Betty has lied, and you knew that. You knew you'd get Betty to say that. You con artist.
And to take them away from Betty, it's 100% fabrication. I was supposed to be meeting with the state.
Now, if you never went to meet with the state the first time, Eric, we'd say that. But now you about to meet. Now you about to admit that you're supposed to meet with them a second time. Boy, you are consistent on going down there to the state. For what, Eric? Without Betty. For what, Eric? Eric, you're a con artist. You know that. You need to take care of your daughter.
And this woman, I haven't told you guys this, because they wanted to offer some help to Betty. And I wanted Betty to be there. I didn't feel right being there alone.
Oh, he don't feel like being there alone now. Because he already got caught one time. So all of a sudden now he don't feel right. Sorry about y'all. A plane's going overhead. So all of a sudden now you don't feel right. You don't went down there one time. Why you don't feel right going down a second time? Because you got busted. Come on.
I'm trying to do everything by the book. I know everybody wants to think there's some funny business going on. If you knew how I've went the extra mile to be transparent.
Hold up. To be transparent. Transparent is what? Coming down to Georgia to get BJ evicted without the Whittakers saying you could come. You wasn't invited. They wouldn't even talk to you on the phone. But you come up with this thing that BJ wouldn't let them use the phone and all this. And I mean, come on. You just, it's never happened before. But also now the allegations are fitting with your narrative and what you had going on. You meeting with the state and all that. I mean, the writing's on the wall, Eric. You busted. And once they open an investigation on you and they see for itself, there's some smart federal agents out there that get people like you all the time. Come on, y'all, watch.
I was to get Betty today. We were supposed to meet with them. And then I was supposed to be going to Robert Dunlap's, the attorneys, to get the trust account set up. I got here, babe.
A trust account to this day has still not been set up. You left and went to Georgia with their money and you still haven't set up a trust. You don't need Betty to set the trust up. If you do, Betty's still here. Larry's still here. Why did you not get them and go set up a trust so they could rent a place or get a house so they could get a family back and they could get a caregiver so caregiver come in and take care of them? Y'all got the money to do it. You could have had them people returned. Or you had to get a house that's fittable, a bedroom for every person, and a caregiver. And I promise you, caretaker, that money, y'all could have done it. But you didn't. Because you're a scam artist.
He wasn't here. I was met by Larry. You told me that Betty had went to town to get dog food. And she had left at 9 o'clock. This is at 11:30. I'm like, okay. So I was like, Timmy, go in there and see your mama. I went up the road, visit the post office. I was going to open them up a P.O. box for everybody that keeps asking about sending stuff. And then I went back down there. Betty's still not there. Larry telling me.
Why they need a P.O. box for people to send stuff when, first off, how are they going to keep going up and back and forth to town to get stuff that's sent to them? I mean, gas gets expensive because y'all don't give them no money. But even with that, they ain't in shape to keep going back and forth. So the whole thing, the whole narrative is, for people to send it to the post office instead of their house, so y'all can get your hands on it first. Why not let it go to their house, Eric? Huh? Why not let their donations go to their house?
Betty's off getting dog food. And then eventually, it comes out, well, they're saying that you're trying to get Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy taken away by the state. And I knew then somebody's planting seeds in Betty's head. When I got Betty the other day.
They ain't planting seeds, Eric. They caught on to your little trick. You had no business going down there meeting with the state without Betty. You're dead wrong. You're dead wrong, Eric. You got caught. You got busted. So you had to come up with ways to cover your tracks. You got busted. You sure did. You kept going down there, and finally they would not give them to you. They would not give you no kind of protective order unless y'all showed signs of abuse. That's when you came up with the idea of getting Betty. All you had to do get Betty. You knew you could get Betty to repeat after you and to back you up on the story, because everybody has done it. Betty ain't got it all upstairs neither. Betty has lied whenever the mood called for it, or that's what the story was at that time. The biggest one with her brother Larry being dead. She even backed that up. She even told Mark on the phone that Larry died. Come on now.
He told me, Larry has been on me all day long telling me you're trying to get the family taken away. Listen, the state has been out there numerous times over the years, guys. They've known the Whittakers way before Mark did.
Hold on. They've been out there numerous times, y'all? If they have, why have they not condemned the house? Eric, abuse allegations, they could have took them people and left the house there for Betty and Larry to live in. But no, they condemned it. That they have not been out there several times, numerous times. They have not. You lying. That's proof for y'all pro Eric and Patrick. Do y'all not see that lie? They have not ever been out there, or they would condemn the house. Do y'all not agree?
They don't want to take the family away. They've made it this far like they have. They love each other. The whole world loves them too. They might not be the most educated in some of the ways like we are on how to take care of themselves, but they love each other. Betty loves her siblings. She loves Timmy like he's a child, and now I do. I'm pretty damn attached.
Hold on, what? Hold on now. Hold on. Oh, you getting emotional. You attached, but you didn't turn around and walked off from your own daughter. Come on, man. You con artist. But see, they've been. You just saying they've been living there together for all these years, and you know that's them. That's okay, right? Well, now you're coming out bashing them about how nasty the house is and how they should not live in that fields and all this. As of right now, that's never been an issue, Eric. So where's this coming from? I thought the house was filthy and they should not be living there because Ray has been walking around in his own body fluids, even though y'all let him in your trucks and all that, and y'all don't. I mean, unless y'all gave him a bath, how did he get clean? However, I seen his clothes dirty a couple times, so I'm not saying he don't, but all the time I don't believe that. Secondly is, if that's the case, why ain't you saying it right now? Why ain't you say it from day one since you went out there? Because you had to make that money. You needed them together just long enough for your plan to come through. But see, you were trying to get custody of Timmy. That's what it was. The state wasn't going to give you custody. They took him. It backfired on you. You lost. But at the same time, you caused that family to lose too.
Say that right, y'all. Free attack. And I hate that Timmy's saying this. But I got several different people waiting in town. We're 35 minutes away. We're past the visit. And I'm being told I'm away from Georgia. I mean, my house, all the way from Georgia, staying in an Airbnb, missing the absolute H-E-double-L out of my family. And I'm being accused of trying to get the family taken away. Like, I would come all the way up here from Georgia to get her family.
Well, first off, you sure would. That's what you did. You came up unannounced, uninvited. And why, answer that, Derek, why did you go down behind Betty's back the first time? Why? Why did you? And then made a second appointment. Why? Answer that. Don't you think that was wrong?
It's retaliation for what happened to BJ. And then they believe, I'll just say, supposedly there's been accusations of this, and they believe it probably came from BJ herself. So the state is actually on their way down here to the Whittaker home to tell Betty in person that it's a lie. I had to come up here to Patrick's to get internet to be able to use it because I can't use my phone down there. I am so heartbroken, guys. I have sacrificed so much, and people don't know half of the story.
See, The thing is, nobody asked you to come. Never once have anybody asked you to come. You took it upon yourself to come from Georgia. You. They didn't ask you for no house. They don't care about none of that. See, that's materialistic thing for other people to care. They don't care. They did not ask you to come down there to put their family business all out in the open like you are now. You're putting their family business out to the world. They don't deserve that. You want to keep your mouth shut? You could have done all this behind the scenes. But you got a big mouth. You're a con artist.
That's been going on behind the scenes, and the sacrifices have been made to be here. They think we're up here trying to get famous and make tons of money. Newsflash, this isn't making tons of money, guys. You see me buying.
First off, it is making tons of money. It's making tons of money, and y'all are famous. Newsflash. You know that. Because you got a failing channel called Dad's Talk. And guess what? It's killing you because it's failing. And you want all the attention. But guess what? God is not going to bless no channel called Dad's Talk when you walked out and abandoned your 8-month-old pregnant ex-wife and have not even so much as been in your daughter's life the way you could show a picture of y'all together. So guess what? Newsflash, y'all are famous. And I'm gonna tell you what, y'all gonna get retribution. It's coming back to y'all. I promise you. You're gonna have to pay that family every dime that y'all have made. And you still ain't got a trust. And everybody knows, even off YouTube alone, you made 100 bands. Off YouTube alone. It's easy for us to see. We know what views, how much you make in views and AdSense and the donations. We see it. You can't lie. You could tell some pro Eric or Patrick people and let them believe that. But we know what's going on. Y'all watch it.
Timmy's clothes. You see me taking them bowling. You see me taking them to the movies. You see me taking them out to eat. I am spending what money has came in on that family. And I've been doing stuff like this.
He just said he's been spending what money has came in on that family. But did y'all not watch videos recently that he says he's been doing it on his dime? Have y'all not seen that lie? He just said that he's used the money that's come in to take them out and do these things. Have y'all not heard him say it's been on his dime? Y'all pay attention.
For years. And if you go down my page, you'll see it. I love helping people. I love it. Okay? People are...
Man, stop the fake crime, man. Your page don't show nothing that you helping nobody. You must think people ain't gonna go check. Cause a lot of people won't. But I done fact checked you, bro. Your Dad Talk is failing. And you reached out. Patrick ain't reached out to you. You reached out to Patrick first. And then he reached back out to you because he figured since you already got a channel, maybe y'all could work together. But you reached out yourself to exploit that family.
You're going to use no matter what, and they can do it. But right now, they have Betty absolutely deathly afraid that I'm trying to get the family taken away. And the reality is, I'm trying to protect the family, get them that trust account. I have somebody coming in from Idaho tomorrow, someone coming in from California to go to the Amish to talk to them about building this house so that she can have a better home for her family. It's 100% retaliation for what I did with BJ. They expected me to go home last Friday. This is the reason why I stayed in town, and I told you I could not take the hit on that Airbnb.
See, they thought he was going home. He was not invited to stay. He's been wearing out his welcome, for one. For two, he still hasn't opened a trust account. For three, y'all remember he said that he told Patrick, get rid of the GoFundMe? Patrick had it in the beginning. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Mark had it. There's too much problems. Guess what? He even said, you got to be responsible for every dollar. He says, you know, he wants to make sure that the money comes to him Because he could open a book and show you every dollar. Guess what? You just contradicted yourself. Because that's what GoFundMe does. But guess what? GoFundMe makes you be transparent. You're not transparent. You have shown no proof of nothing that you gave the Whittakers at all, or how much has came in. You have not even shown the analytics channel. You ain't showed it. But we know. We got a good idea. We see the views. And the subscribers. We see it. So we know how to put the math together. But you know, I'm going to end this with this now. Man, I want you to answer them questions I asked you. Number one is, why did you go down there by yourself, behind everybody's back, for social services? Why have you been staying in town and people thinking you're going to leave? Not wanted. You're not wanted here. No, the family has not invited you to stay because you're stirring up trouble. Why have you not opened a trust account? Why have you not shown proof of money you give to Whittakers? Why was it okay for them to live in a house, but now it ain't okay because the house is nasty? You say the state has been coming down there several times, numerous times over the years. Why they didn't condemn the house, Eric? Why? Why all of a sudden there's allegation of BJ hitting Timmy when the rest of everything you did, going down there to try to get Timmy, didn't work? So now you came up with abuse allegations. I'm gonna tell you what. You're not allowed to be in your daughter's life. And if y'all go look on Sarah Hill on Facebook, put in Sarah Hill, Eric Carroll. Y'all go see the allegations she putting on him. And I believe her. I ain't got no reason not to. I would believe him, but I got reason not to, because everything he says is a lie. You bashing Patrick, but you knew Patrick was a deadbeat and a scum in the beginning. But you had to make that money first. So you brought all this up. You fell out with him on purpose so you could keep the money. Where is them people's money, Eric? You need to tell the people where the money and show proof that you gave the money and open a trust for them. Somebody gonna open an investigation. I'm calling out right now to any kind of law, federal, state, or anything in West Virginia. Open an investigation on him, on Eric Carroll and Patrick Vork for fraud, wire fraud, lying to people about a scam. Y'all lying about a house y'all never even did. Where's the Amish at? Let's see the Amish. Who's the Amish? Give us a number we could call. Give us some names. You ain't gave nothing. You got a lot of people fooled, but you ain't got the smart ones fooled. It's gonna come back to get you. You ain't Pat. Y'all gonna pay for it. All right, y'all. I want y'all to go to Whittaker Family Channel and report it. Anything y'all see, like all the channels they got with Timmy's shirt off and stuff like that, they shouldn't have no little boy run around. I mean, no handicapped 47-year-old man, mentally challenged, running around with no shirt on and scratching his back and putting feet all in his face and stuff like that. You know, got him up in a harness in the tree. That's challenge. That's endangerment. So I want y'all, and also we got to hold him accountable, y'all. So if there's any kind of law officers or investigators, anything out there, please open an investigation on these people. Please hold them responsible and make every bit of money they got, give them back to their Whittakers where it belongs, so they can get a lawyer and get that family back together. Thank you for watching, and we out. Peace.